Okay, this is the edit project for the sample podcast I made, the one I called What You Don't Know About Me. And I want to show you the project, the edit project in Audition, and then play it, and you can see what happens during the course of the 2.5-minute podcast. Basically, the narration for the podcast is up here on track 1. You can see there's an opening track, kind of a second track, a third track, and if I slide this over, you can see there's also a fourth closing track. I put the music on tracks 2 and 3. So the opening piece of music in between starts on track 2. You can see the narration starts right away on track 1. So here at the beginning you have the voice track here, and also playing underneath it the music. So these two have to be mixed, and you can adjust the volume level of the music by using keyframes on this volume line here. We'll talk more about that later. So In Between goes on and finishes, and then the second song, Round Up the World, I start on track 3. You can see they briefly overlap. One fades out, the second song fades in. There's more narration talking about that song up here on track 1. If I scoot over, you can see Round Up the World plays by itself at full volume for 30 seconds or so. And then the final song, Chasing Shadows, starts on track 2. The final narration is up here on track 1. And the narration ends, and you can see the volume for Chasing Shadows is brought up full for 20 seconds or so, and then it fades out completely, and that's how the podcast ends. So I'm going to take this back to the beginning and play it for you, and you can see the project as the podcast plays. Welcome to What You Don't Know About Me, the podcast designed to let you know what you don't know about me. I'm your host, Tom Atwood.
Somebody's dead. Please stay tuned. Somebody's dying. Please watch the news.
Something that you probably don't know about me is that I have written and recorded songs for more than 40 years. This is a song I wrote 10 or 15 years ago, kind of a protest song about local news called In Between.
Somebody bleeds. Somebody leads. Somebody selling in between. Soon all the frogs will be dead.
I guess I've written quite a few protest songs over the years, most of them protesting against corporations like Monsanto. This is a song I wrote about 10 years ago, warning about Monsanto and a popular weed killer that company makes called Roundup.
There's a company in my backyard. Monsanto is its name. Oh, they make a spray that kills the weeds and anything that gets in its way. Anything that gets in its way. Round up the frogs, round up the toads, round up the salamanders, round up the weeds, round up the world. One day we'll all be genetically altered.
Anyway, I guess I have written a lot of songs over the years. Not one of them has sold very well, although they are all available on the internet if you want to take a look. I'm going to leave you with one that's not a protest song. In fact, I'm not even really sure what it's about, but it's called Chasing Shadows.
Shadows are chasing me, a candle in my hand. When will I ever see the flame again? Chasing shadows, chasing shadows. chasing shadows, chasing me. Chasing shadows, chasing shadows, chasing shadows, chasing me. Chasing shadows are chasing shadows. A candle in my hand. When